To start, basically, you do know what PowerShell is, right? You have used
Yeah.
it. Okay. Okay. There are
I
different.
have not
Yeah.
completely used it, Chris, but I know in and
Mm-hmm.
out of it that
Out of.
I've seen few
Mm-hmm.
commands going as get command, get help, and all. But only my problem is like how to see the members and how to attach that members to the main the
Mm-hmm.
first pipe. Yeah.
A good
So
thing we
means
are
how
going
to
to
link up.
cover. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
We're
how
going to
to
cover
link up.
members today,
Okay.
one to
Yeah.
another. Yeah, different datas together. Things will be clear as we progress towards our class. Today will be the very basic class. We'll get the members and things like that. The pipeline that you see that we are going to cover today. We'll take a look on the members and see how we can proceed on that. But before that, yeah,
Yeah.
PowerShell is a scripting language. How it came into picture is basically Microsoft developed it so that people can, even an admin can do things that are not in GUI, like think of it as a simple programming language which any admin can use. That's how they try to bring it up, but I'm not sure how it progressed. Some people do use it, but it's not widely used by all the admins as it was expected. But yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that the first thing we're going to cover is the pipeline. I'm not sure if you would have already used this. You just wouldn't know if this is what a pipeline is. Basically, if you see the slash, if you hold shift and then enter the slash,
Yeah.
this is the pipe symbol. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the pipeline, and
Are you
pipeline is
sharing the
basically.
desktop or something like that, Chris? I can't
Oh,
see
that.
your.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I should have.
No, 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 no problem.
No problem.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I thought I was sharing, but yeah. Now, okay. You can see my screen, right?
yeah. Right now I can see the screen. Yeah,
Okay. Okay. Please be vocal about it because it is a one-on-one between both of us. If
yeah.
anything, you
Eh,
can just reach out. You don't have to ping or
No,
wait
no.
for me.
Yeah,
Okay. So basically, this is the pipeline. So this is the slash. If you hold shift and do it, it goes to pipeline. And what pipeline is and what it is being used for, right? Let's say I use different commandlets. Let's say I use something like get fn service or get fn child property, or let's say I'm reading a registry. And whatever I get from whatever commands I use, if I need to further process it, if I need to do it within a line, let's say I want to build entire thing within a single line. Okay, get
yeah,
different data from different commandlets and merge them together and do the processing within a single line. The pipeline would be useful. Basically, what it will do is whatever is preceding the pipeline, it will give it as an input to whatever is
mhm,
after the pipeline. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Do you mind to
let's
increase the font size, Chris, please, for on
sure,
this?
sure,
Yeah.
no problem. Copies. See, not cursor size, font size. Yep. Is it too small for you?
And like, yeah, I'm just, yeah,
Okay. Is it okay now?
yeah. It is okay now. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. I'll also increase the notepad thing.
No, no, that's okay. Only just
That's
the only the screen was very very small. Leave like that. That is okay now. Yeah,
okay. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Let's say let's take the basic of the command. Uh, let's get a process or a service, whatever we want.
okay, yeah,
At any given point, there will be a lot of processes and services. Let's take we have Notepad open, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Before we do that, for any commandlets, you spoke about the member, right? So all the
yeah,
commandlets will have member inbuilt a feature called member. So you
yeah.
can directly
Okay,
see what are all the members by using this property. What you do is, whatever commandlet is there, you give it and then a pipe and then get hyphen member. It will give all the members. But just give me a sec. Someone is pinging me frantically.
yeah,
Okay. Okay, just mute them up. Okay, no problem. Okay. Okay. we don't need all the member types. Basically, if you want to see what are all the functions that you can use within that specific commandlet, what you'll do is, one sec, member type, methods. So methods will basically give you a list of commandlets which you can use on top of the commandlet you already use. Let's say we use get-process, right? So
Yeah.
if you see here, you can see the kill, right? The kill, the refresh,
Yeah.
the start.
Yeah. Kill it
Basically,
is a
you can,
it is a method.
yeah, it is a
Yeah.
method. Methods are basically functions you can use. Let's say I get a process name, something called Notepad. If I go to kill it, if I try to kill it, it'll, I can do it. It'll only be possible, like only these set of methods will be possible on this commandlet. Likewise, you'll have to, iterate through whatever commandlets you're using, and it's not very easy to remember everything, whatever that commandlet supports. So this is useful for you, just to get all the, so it's member types and then methods. Yeah.
Yeah.
There is also another
Okay.
thing, note property. Keep this, if you want to take notes, you can take notes, or do you want me to type this out? Whatever you like,
No,
I
no, no.
can
It's
do it.
okay. Anyhow, I'll be having a recording, bro. I'll just follow it up and make my notes as well. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You see this member type node property. This is another very useful
Yeah.
member type. So basically, whatever commandlets we are using, are the properties that it has. Like let's say, if in any given process, there'll be like process ID, process name, and
Yeah.
what the status is, and things like that, right?
So
And to see what the properties it has, the commandlet itself has, we'll have to use this. Yeah, go on. You had a question.
yeah. No, only like now this get member type is right. So
Mm-hmm.
only like specific properties like now in this case, right? On the
Mm-hmm.
screen we are seeing around say around 20 odd
Yep.
I mean to say lines here. So this get
Mm-hmm.
member will always have 20 or 30 or it will depend upon the previous command. Now if suppose if we change from get process to if suppose we make it to get service and then if we change it, will this be the same thing or will it change?
Will
The get
completely change. Yeah, it will completely
okay.
change. The name, the member type, the definition, those are the headers that will stay the same, but the methods
Okay.
itself and the properties itself, it will change.
Okay.
Basically, for each commandlet. So how it works in the backend is, the get process or whatever commandlet that you see,
Yeah.
basically someone has written a script, somebody has written a module. That
Okay.
module will include all these methods, this close main window, everything you see here, they have a specific
Yeah.
function written there. And when you're invoking the method, you're actually going to
Yeah.
that specific script block and then executing it. If you do not understand it, it's okay. I'm trying to teach you on a higher level, but yeah. Also, if
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
getting complex, you can interrupt me and let me know what it is, and I can explain it out.
No, no
Okay.
problem. You're very clear, Chris. Yeah.
Okay. Uh, okay. Not this. When I get things, not. Yeah, it's actually properties, not node property. Node property is actually, as we progress, I'll show you what node property is. Basically, if you create any object or any collection, when we get into advanced scripting, we'll create our own object and we'll add our data to it. And that is where node property comes into picture. You basically add a new property every time you want to it, and then export it or display it and things like that. Properties is actually the property. Okay. And let me scroll this up. You'll see what are all the properties of this specific commandlet. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the handles, name, some things can be complex, but on the overview, we know ID will be there, the machine name will be there, and when you're
Yeah.
doing this on a server, you'll get the server name there. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
we can, these are all the memory related properties. So also, okay, I need to tell you this. You see this get and set enclosed within this curly braces.
Yeah. So getting is
Basically
to
what
fetch
it,
and then setting is we are setting the property there.
Mhm. And remember, only if it says get, you'll be able to get that property. Only if it says set, you'll be able to set the property. Set the property basically means you're changing something and
Yeah.
changing that property itself. And only
Yeah.
if it states set, you'll be able to do. So sometimes you might be, if you want to check things like that, you can get to that specific property and see what it is, and if you're able to set. Also, yeah, of course, if you're working on any specific Windows based application, you'll have things like security and your permissions come into picture if you want to get and set. Even if it is available, you can set. If you are able to set it or not, it totally depends on your access. Okay, keep that in
Yeah.
mind as well. Okay,
Okay.
basically, let's see how actual process works. Yeah, let's see if we have a notepad process and see if we can kill this. Yeah.
Yeah. So get member, we can do it. Get member and something, and then will be get member type, and then we can use a method called kill in that, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that. Yeah. So now if you are reading it, right, get process cannot find a process name called method.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, verify the process name and call the command again. So, okay,
Okay.
stop process. Yeah,
If I stop this, it'll terminate it. Okay. That's why
yes,
you'll have
yeah,
to be very careful on whatever method you're pulling. Get is completely harmless, at
yeah,
least to a point, but set and stop or any other destructive, I would call it destructive commandlets or destructive lines.
yeah,
Be careful on what you're doing, because if you are doing this on a server, it can have its own its own
yeah.
repercussions. So
Okay, one more question here now, right? It's
yeah,
suppose like
yeah, go.
get process. We have just the command what you're using it, right? Get
Hmm.
process as
Yeah,
notepad. If suppose you don't know a process name, then then what
that,
we can do
n-
it now?
no issues at
Now,
all. I'll
now,
teach you that. Yeah.
yeah. Why? Because like now, if suppose I want to get process name is
Hmm.
equal to that process or something like that, or how we'll do it now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Now RDP
absolutely.
process is different, DNS process is different now. So how to identify that?
Okay. You see this process name. So basically, let's say I know a part of a process name, or at least I can guess a process name. Basically, if you're looking to kill something or looking to read something, you obviously will have at least a certain knowledge on what
Idea.
the name could be. Yeah. So what
Yes.
we will do here is we'll use the same pipe, and then remember this commandlet. It's called where
Where object?
hyphen object. Yeah. There are
Okay.
other ways you can use where hyphen object. That is to use this
Yeah.
question mark. It typically
Yeah.
says where hyphen
It is an
object. You can
alias of
also,
that.
yeah, alias, and where is also an alias. But
Yeah.
I would recommend whenever you're using partial, use where hyphen object. Never use aliases.
Yes.
Just for the readability of it, and it's basically preferred, and that's how I've learned it. And
Yeah.
let's say where if an object. Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
going to look at a specific object. So then whatever you want to filter, like I have a filter, and what I want to give it as a filter, like let's say I want this specific name, and look for this specific character in the name itself. So to call it, this is the syntax. Note this:
Yeah.
dollar and then
That is a
underscore, and then
Pierce
yeah,
variable, right? The
yep, it
symbol.
is a place
Yeah.
variable. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Okay.
So if you already know it, it's good. So the
Yeah.
piece variable, and then you call the property name
Process.
itself. The property name, we know it's process name, and then what I'm going to use is called a conditional operator. So conditional operators are basically what compares two different things. It could be any sort of data. It could be matching
Yeah.
data and non-matching data. It basically will tell you whatever
Yeah.
matches or not. Okay, and then
Yeah.
here.
Exact match. Now this is
We
like
can also
or
use
something.
exact
Yeah.
match, like. We are going to use like because we only know part of the process name. Like I said, most of the
Yeah.
time you'll
Yeah.
only know part of the process name. So let's say, okay, I'll also give you different things like Su3. See, we didn't get anything like Su3 because when you, even
Yeah.
if you use like, it'll not work because something precedes the process name Su3. Okay, if I give
Okay.
star and then Su3, what it typically means is anything can be there before the keyword Su3,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it should. You see this? And
Yeah.
let's say you only know part of the process name. I know suite, and then I'm not sure what the other keyword is, and yeah, this is how it
Yeah.
will work. Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, that's how you find any process that you want, and then okay, I'll also teach you how to use select. Okay, uh, like select where an object. This is another
Select object.
yeah, select an object. What you'll do with select an object is uh, usually there are a lot of properties. Okay, a lot of properties that you do not need at all. Okay, this is how you use.
Yeah.
If you want to see all the properties, do this select an object and do a star. Star
Star.
typically means on all languages, everything. Okay, mostly
Yeah.
on all languages. So if you hit star, everything will show up, and then you can basically scroll up and pick the properties that you want. Let's say I want the main window handle. You see this main window
Yeah.
title. This is actually
Yeah.
because nothing, because we haven't named it yet. If you have named it something, it will show up here. Okay. Let's
Yeah.
see. I want a name. I want ID, and then what we can do is get the. Okay, let's basically just get those two, right? So
Yeah.
let's select an object, name, ID,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
then let's also call the threads. Yeah, it'll basically just give you those three. And if you want to print it somewhere, you can print it. If you want to export it, later see those things. Uh, let's
Yeah.
say I want to check if a process is running, and then basically execute a set of lines after this. We'll use the pipe.
Okay.
So what we'll do
Yeah.
is where hyphen object, not this,
Yeah.
and then dollar underscore. Let's what property should we fetch? Okay, let's just check responding. Let's see if the let's see if the property is responding or not. Okay, if you want to
Okay.
get any absolute matches, basically just use hyphen equals. That is it will look for exact equal, and then and if it's a boolean, if you see anywhere true or false, it's actually a boolean. It is one of the data type. We'll cover data types tomorrow, but basically remember it's dollar true, dollar false. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. This basically gets all the properties and then sees
Yeah.
if the property. Okay. Okay. And then Transco dot responding and then equals dollar. Yeah. Okay. And then let's say I want to, let's say we want to do a different thing. Right. Okay, write hyphen host or write hyphen output are basically commandlets. Let's say you're running some sort of a script. If you're running it, you'll see things like if there are any commands. If you want to see how it progresses, it's basically someone who would have written write hyphen host and will they will write lines that will tell you about the progress. I'm not sure if you used scripts that do this, but I would recommend if you're building any scripts, use write host and then comments as frequently as possible to see where the script progresses and also keep a log. I'll teach you those things later, but yeah, let's say it is working for now. Okay.
Okay.
Basically, if okay, give me a sec. No, we're bound to. Okay, it's
Yeah.
because
No, no, once again, how do you read this now error message now? Right input cannot be bounded to a
yeah, okay,
parameter for those either. So how are
yeah,
you troubleshooting this now? Yeah.
yeah, okay. Let's say okay. Whenever you see any sort of error, look for
Yeah.
this squiggly back, squiggly lines.
Okay.
That's what they call it. And
Yeah.
basically, the error is there. And then take a look on the error. The error starts here. The input object cannot be bound to any parameters. I'm not sure if you recall this. When I said we use pipeline, we basically are giving this input and then passing it to whatever is present
Yeah.
here. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
because write hyphen host does not require any input at all. Actually, write hyphen host does not require anything at all, and that is why
Yeah.
it is throwing us this error. So basically, what we can do at a point like this is, I'm going to teach you variable tomorrow, but let's
Yeah.
create
So we
one for example.
yeah. So you're putting a variable and then storing all that variable in S flag, your dollar
Hmm.
flag. So dollar flag
Yeah,
is a variable. So you're
it's a
putting all the
variable
output into that, and then
into
you will
that.
compare that dollar flag here. I think now
Hmm.
dollar flag.
Let's say I want to build a script that periodically checks if this process is responding. Okay, what I'll do is if okay, basically if flag write hyphen host, sorry for the typo, running
Yeah.
else. So we'll also go to conditions later, but for now,
Yeah.
at least for this, I'll want you to not running. Okay. So
Yeah.
basically, what it'll do is, wait a minute. See what I did here. Basically, when you're invoking a variable again, you'll have to use the dollar, else it will
Yeah.
think it is just a string and it will not work. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually running. So let's say you want to just flag it if if it did not responding, you can basically use this. Okay. What uh, the exclamation mark here means is if there is nothing under the variable name dollar flag or if it is false. Basically,
Yeah.
only those two conditions will work if
Yeah.
you do
True.
this. And then what I'll do is write if knows not running.
Yeah.
So basically, you'll only be notified if it is not running. These might be simple, but these will be very helpful. When you're on your basic admin tasks, I'm pretty sure this will be helpful.
Yeah.
So
But
keep
yeah.
concentrating on this. Yeah, go on.
One more question, Chris, here. So,
Yeah.
like on Windows side also, there are there are some server
Mm-hmm.
sites, server side, and the other one
Mm-hmm.
is nothing but like you are having a standalone. Like on the
Yeah.
server side, will these commands run now to like
Yeah, it will.
2012, 2016,
Yeah.
2019?
Yeah. Yeah, it will. So script blocks basically that part is where I'm going to teach you that. But yeah,
Okay, okay.
let's
Yeah,
see. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. And next thing is scripts. Okay, the scripts itself, let's say the thing that we build right away, what we can do is we can basically get this
Yeah.
in a new file. I'll teach you what a script is on and how to build those
On the
things.
ISC,
Okay.
right? On the ISC
Yeah, you
side.
can use. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
going to say this because this is a
yeah,
simple first class. I didn't want to use the ISC,
yeah,
but basically anything you want to
yeah,
use, yeah,
yeah.
use partial ISC, and also you can also use VS Code. I would also recommend VS Code because
What is VS
uh,
Code? Sorry, I don't know this.
okay,
It is
it's
Visual Studio,
Visual
something
Studio
like that,
Code.
right?
Visual Studio Code.
Yeah.
It is basically an IDE. Whatever development you want to do. Let's say on a later day, you want to use. Actually, it came. Let me try that again. You want to
Yeah.
use some other language. This will be really helpful. Basically, all
Okay.
you want to do is download Visual Studio for
Okay. Yeah,
Windows,
Visual Studio. Okay.
and
Yeah.
then there will be there will be you'll see this icon once you download it called extensions. Once you go there,
Yeah.
just search. This is the search. It will look just like this. Search for
Yeah.
PowerShell and it will be there and everything will be set.
Okay.
uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Okay.
don't have to
I'll
do this right away, but
yeah.
this is helpful because it it is better than PowerShell ISC, and you can also use all of your languages there. Okay, let's open
Yeah.
PowerShell ISC for now.
Yeah. Like in my day-to-day work, right, Chris?
Hmm.
So, like,
Yeah.
suppose somebody will come and then will say, because like loads of patching and all will be happening, right?
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
On the real-time production like servers. So
Yeah.
suddenly some server is crashing. So now,
Okay.
like, yeah. So now I want to, why? Because like if suppose PowerShell is not there,
Hmm.
we will spend hours together reading the event log.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but
Yeah.
I that is what that was my fantasy to bring me over to
Mm.
PowerShell. What is this? And many of these things, like lately,
Mhm.
like all these production boxes were having all like the Windows updates issue.
Mhm.
So we'll take up a scenario. If suppose like we'll pull up a server and then we'll
Okay.
see why it has crashed, and from there also this you're teaching this is very good. I'm following it out
Mm-hmm.
right now, but I
Yeah.
just want to do that way also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. What I'll do is I'll
yeah,
note it so that we can do it on our practical class or optional class that we said, right? We'll basically
yeah,
do it. So the scenario that you wanted is when
yeah.
a
No,
server.
I have servers. I have 2019 server, 2012
Mm-hmm.
server.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
we can
like
also try it out on your machine. No problem.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, no problem. We can do this later. But for
Yeah,
now, I'm not sure if you're following it. What I basically did is just the couple command, the couple lines that we already used. I just pasted it
yeah,
on the PowerShell ISC and I just named it.
yeah,
Okay. Also
yeah,
use the type PowerShell, and you can also use the explicitly give the PS1 as the name, or you can just leave PowerShell files and then give it a name and save it. Both things will work. And remember where you are, saving things will be useful for you later. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So let's say I want to
So you can
invoke the
fully
script now.
yeah,
Yeah, I want to
yeah.
invoke the script now. Let me do this. Let me get the path.
So we can set a path right here, something like that.
Yeah, we can also get path. Will I'm, I'm trying to keep. I'm trying to keep things split between different sessions. So yeah.
Yeah,
So basically, what we will do is, I'm not sure if okay, this I need to cover this today. Okay, let's say you are on a you're on a directory, you're on a file folder structure. Basically, if you use Windows PowerShell, it will default you to whoever is logged in. If you're on a server, there'll always be a user profile, and you'll defaultly kept your profile will show up in the path. So how to see where you are right now, on which file folder structure you are there. Print working directory. What it will do, pwd basically means print working directory. It will show the
yeah,
directory on which you are currently residing on. It will also show
yeah.
up
Same
on the
like
left
Linux,
side.
I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
If you want to switch between directories, use this. You can either give the drive names, or you can also use the complete path name where you want to switch it to. Okay, till then go there. Let's say I want to, you don't know the complete file name. It starts with flag. Once you hit FLA and then hit tab, keep hitting the tab. It will give you all the relevant matches, and then you can just press enter and whatever. Yeah, just give me a second. Okay, you
yeah,
see this? I wanted to teach you about this. If you are executing things like remotely, let's say you are developing a script and then you're basically placing that script on a remote server, on any server for that matter. There's a thing called execution policy. Get hyphen
yeah,
execution policy, which basically means if
yeah,
you can do use the scripts that you build, that is built on any different server on that server. If you build that script on that server itself, there is no issue. But if you're using that on the directories like system32, that's an issue, and things like that. Okay, to do that, there are two ways. You can either unblock the script itself, or you can set the execution policy to
yeah,
unrestricted. It will
yeah,
basically unrestricted, but I would not recommend this. I would recommend unblocking the file itself. Unblock hyphen file, and then slash flag shoot. Come on.
But if suppose you want to download a module, right, then I think you need to change that set execution policy to unrestricted. If in many of the servers, I
Yeah.
mean to say servers have seen
Hmm.
like uh, like now if suppose new module is there, if you want to
Hmm.
download that new module into the server, then we can't unblock it, right?
Yeah, we can. Actually, I screwed up this machine.
Okay.
I
Oh,
I did a lot of testing on this. things like this are difficult. Also, if you see, I'm not an admin. Like, I didn't run this as an administrator, and that is why it
Yeah.
is asking me scopes and stuff. But here,
Yeah.
an admin on any server, it shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, let's see
Yeah.
what happens. Okay, basically how it works. I what I should have done, instead of just right clicking and opening ISC, I should have run it as an
Run as
administrator. But
administrator.
this
Yeah.
will only be an issue when you're using this on your local machines. It should not be a
Yeah.
concern when you're using on any of your servers, because you're already having privilege access on any set of machines, or at least that I would expect. If not, you're actually on a wrong server. You're not a privileged user. Do not do anything on the server. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
this is what it does. So every time you suspect something is wrong on the process, typically just run this and see if the process is running or not. It should basically take you seconds, while if you're doing this manually, it would have taken you minutes. Okay, and that is what a script is. Okay, we
All
came
right.
to script. And what is the next thing? Okay, so syntax, output, and script blocks. Okay, we'll cover syntax on each of the conditional statements we see. Output and script blocks we'll do right now. Okay, so
Yeah.
basically, output is write as an host. You want to type something. Ah, lot of types. I switch between different keyboards, and those typically cost me too much typos. Okay, write
Yeah.
fnost is one of the output uh, providing commandlet. You can use that, or you can also use write hyphen output.
Okay.
Type different things like this. It'll be
Yeah.
useful, like I said, if you are
Like, yeah.
actually building a script and you want to see something happen when you run the script. If you're not using set and you're trying to do get stuff and you want to see what it retrieved, I would basically
Yeah.
just use write and output and whatever. You can also use. Uh, we have the variable name $flag.
Yeah.
You can do this select ID. Like, basically, if you do not want to do this, select if an object, expand property. Okay. Basically, what expand hyphen property means is it will not give you the header. What you see here, this is my mouse. This ID
Yeah.
equals, and then this. So this basically means it's in a structure. It basically is a column header, and then this is the cell value. Look at this as an Excel file. There is one single column named ID,
Yeah.
and there is one single cell named this. You can have multiple things like that, but if you want to, just get that value, use this property called hyphen expand property. It will basically not include the headers and give you the complete thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Next thing, script blocks. Okay, this is where the remote commandlet that you were asking about earlier, I'm going to teach you that. Okay, let's say I have a remote server. Anywhere, it could be anything. Basically, if you want to use any set of commandlets, build any scripts, run anything on any different server that is not the current server you're logged in as, you'll have to use invoke hyphen commandlet, invoke hyphen command. That is the basic commandlet. There are also other things like a new PS session. You can directly create a PS session, but the basic of them is invoke hyphen command, and then the computer name would be whatever the server name you want. Let's say my server name is server one, and server two, and whatever that is.
Yeah.
You'll
Can we
also
give
have
a
to have.
if yeah, one thing, the computer name,
Mhm.
sir. If suppose like we don't know the computer name and then we know the IP address, can we put the IP
Yeah,
address there?
you can use the IP address.
Oh, very good.
Anything that resolves to that computer itself, IP address would, I would definitely say it would resolve. Even host names sometimes would not resolve, but IP addresses do resolve most times. Yeah. And if you have difficulties connecting to the server name, I would also, do something like NS lookup, and
Yeah.
you probably would
You'll,
know this, and
yeah.
get the complete name, the FQDN of the server
Yeah.
itself, and then
Yeah.
use the invoke hyphen command, and then the computer name would be the DNS name, the complete FQDN you got. Okay, here it is not relevant because this is not connected to any other servers. So I'm
Yeah.
skipping that hyphen computer name, but I wanted to show you that. And then
Yeah.
basically whatever you want to run, let's say I want to run a script itself, I can give the script here. Or let's say I want to find something in that server itself. Let's say I want to find get hyphen service and give me a service. Let's say WMI. Okay, I want to see what the status of the service is on the server. Select if
Yeah.
an object. Let's say name. Just get the name of the service. Not sure what are all the. Okay, let's see what the service uh, members of the commandlet is. Okay, get hyphen member and then no property member type properties. Okay, come on. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you can see the name, the status.
Status.
Okay, that's what you'll
Okay.
need. Um, okay. Because I hyphen command and then this is called the script block. Script block will encompass whatever you want to run on that remote server. Okay,
Yeah.
so we going to use get hyphen service and then select. And if you have any difficulties or if you want to type things faster, as soon as you type after commandlet, just hit tab, it will auto complete it for you.
Autocomplete.
The autocomplete, and doesn't matter if you're on partial ISC, partial Windows partial, or if you're in VS Code. If you're in VS Code, download that extension and save the file as a PS1 even before you write something. That will then autocomplete things out for you. If you do not do that, VS Code will not do that because it will not typically know what you're doing. Because this is Windows partial, it knows whatever you type is partial, but other IDs would not know. Okay, so I want to know the
Yeah.
name and then the status of the
No,
service.
we need to change the get service. We need to give a get
Mm,
service name
yeah,
there to
service name.
restrict that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You can also use hyphen name and then give the name,
Name.
but this should work
Yeah.
as well. Why you would use hyphen name and things like that? Most of the get
It.
commandlets will take more than one inputs. It could be a specific widgets, it could be names, any set of properties. Basically, if you're using things like that, I would go with that. If not, for now we can keep this. Cannot find the service called get. Okay, no problem. Let's see if we are able to get it. Yeah, of course. From service where what's the service called? Name like instrumentation, right? Do you recall the service? It's called Windows instrumentation, something like that.
No, I did. Yeah, instrumentation. Okay, no.
Basically, one of the services. If you are into web apps and things like that, not sure what the hell is name
Mhm.
is this. Okay, let's take some other
Bit,
service. Let's take
yeah, we can
bits.
take. Okay, yeah, bits.
Yeah,
Okay.
bits.
So, so background
Bits
intelligence
will
service.
never. Basically this is what
Mhm.
you'll do. If you're on your server itself, you'll see things like that. And if you're on this and you want to do this, you can do. You can also, let's say I want to write a script itself. So saw how we can remotely write scripts, right? So what we'll do is I'll
Mhm.
also write a script. I'll call for this. Will basically say if the what to say is, if the service is not running, will typically say that it is not running, and
Yeah.
I'll let the we call it I'll let the admin or the team. So basically, if
Okay.
you have rights to send to any mail server, basically once you are master the basic commandlets, right? Uh, uh, on later stages, you would require when you're going into advanced, you would be going the path towards automation, and that is when you want to send emails, create CSVs, create reports of whatever you're running on any set
Yeah.
of scripts, and that's when things like that comes into picture. But for now, we'll not send emails or export anything. we'll strictly use the
Yeah.
same logic we used if $flag. Instead of using if something is present or not, you can also do some things like flag dot status. So basically, flag will have these two properties
The
called
value of
name
that.
and
Yeah.
status. And if the flag is
Equal to.
will have to use not equal to,
Like, okay.
because we
Okay.
know it will be running.
Yeah.
This is a string. Okay, it
Yeah.
is not. Then
Right object. Right host.
I'll
Okay.
save this. Okay, so if I copied it right, but yeah, let's see. Okay, let's see if it works. Nope, it did not work at all. No problem. I'll just copy it again.
Mhm.
Basically, if you want to try things out as I teach you, I would recommend that as well. However, things work out for you, I'm not sure. Each person will have their own perspective or their own method of on how they learn. So I would not ask you to do anything specifically, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Copy things. Yeah. So I'm going to execute this. So now give me a sec.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is stopped, it has alerted us. You see this,
Yeah.
which service is actually stopped. I basically
Yeah.
stop whatever service is not necessary. And yeah, typically if it is stopped, you want to do that. Okay, let's see where we can. Okay, we still have 15 minutes. Do you want to test something out? Basically, how I would keep each of my session is whatever I'm covering, the last 10 or last 15 or whatever time I have, I would give each of the person an exercise. I'll basically give all the students an exercise. I'll ask them to try and build that thing within about next 10, and then the last 5, I would see whatever is most progressed one will build on top of it. If you are just learning things, I bet you will forget. But if you are implementing something, it will be etched towards your mind, forever. So do you want an exercise, or do you want me to teach continue teaching? I'm not sure, because
No,
this
no,
is
you,
a
you, you,
one-on-one session.
you give me an exercise.
Mm.
I'll try to do that.
uh,
Okay.
okay,
Yeah,
basically
but
what
right now, like, I don't have like, I need to sign on to my VPN and all to get a
you
system
don't
here.
have to do anything at all. Do you have any mission? Are you connected via your phone now?
No, no, I'm connected to my laptop.
Okay, your laptop is there, right? You don't have to connect to any server at all. I'll give you a
Okay.
basic exercise. Okay, what
Okay.
I'll do is do this. Open a notepad. Okay, but just create an empty notepad. Look for the process name notepad. It could be named anything. I want you to do a wildcard search and basically see if it is open or not. And if it is open, kill it. If it is not open, just try type host. Nothing is there to kill. Okay, this
Okay.
is one of the destructive ones, but I still want you to do it.
Yeah. So let me share my screen. Okay.
Okay, sure, go.
Yeah. So how do I share? Because I am very new to this Go meeting.
No problem.
So
I'll
I'll
make you a
just,
presenter. No problem.
yeah.
One sec. I'll have to first stop. Mhm. Just make you a presenter. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it is my main monitor. I'll say this here. Yeah. So you're
Mhm.
able to view my screen, right?
Yep, I am.
So what I'll do, I'll just go here. So you're seeing me. This is so first get. I'll say get process process
Mhm.
process, and then get get process. So I'll get all the processes. So
Okay.
then what I'll say, and then um, no. So I need to. This will give all the get process. So I'll say
Mm-hmm.
select, right? No.
No, now where? If you are selecting, you're selecting specific properties. If you're
Yeah.
checking where, you're actually filtering things out. Get if and
Yeah. Okay.
process
Okay. Yeah.
gives you
So
all the
where
processes.
object. So this is where object. This is so where
Mm-hmm.
object. Now where object is now it will give you me so many things. So
Yep.
from there, so it should be equal. It should be like Notepad. Okay.
Yep.
Am I right? So
But we do
so
not know if it is exactly Notepad. It could be something
yeah.
preceding a Notepad, and some
Yeah.
characters can precede or come after that. But yeah,
Yeah. So where object? How do you help? You need to help me, Krish, why? Because I have never executed any
yeah,
commands
yeah,
on a
no
live.
problem.
Yeah.
What you'll
I
do is,
yeah.
since you do not know how a process is structured, if it is name or process or ID, whatever it is, what you'll do
Yeah.
is get hyphen process and then get hyphen member, remove where
Okay.
hyphen object. Yeah,
Yeah. So get hyphen member. Okay. So get hyphen member, and then
and then
I'll say I'll
space.
say sorry.
Give
Yeah.
a space and then hit an hyphen.
Hyphen and name, right?
No,
So name is equal to no. So
no,
how
you
do
don't
I
want to
say?
do it.
Yeah.
No,
Name.
just hit an hyphen and keep hitting tab. I'll tell you. Hit
Yeah.
hyphen and then tab,
Yeah. Hyphen and tab. Name.
and then hit tab again, again, again. Okay, you see this? These are all the basic ones. You want the member type. Okay,
Yeah.
so keep hitting tab. It will circle through all the things that is present.
Yeah.
Keep hitting it. Keep hitting it.
So member type has come.
Member type. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now with a space,
Yeah. Space.
and then uh, properties is actually the member property. But I want you to explore. Keep hitting tab.
Okay. Alias property and then property name it should come. So
Mhm.
am I right?
It'll be
Property.
something like properties. Yeah. Hit shift tab if you want to go back.
Yeah. Properties. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Hit enter.
Hit enter. So many properties have come.
So many properties. It's always so many properties. Just try
Yeah.
and scroll through and see if there's anything relevant that says name or ID. Just look for
Okay.
it yourself.
So I'll just say okay. Yeah. So okay. Can I go up like that here?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Name is there.
Name
Yeah.
is there. Yeah.
Property name.
Then you can
Yeah.
use get hyphen process and then where hyphen object and then
Yeah.
look for the name. Okay.
Yeah. Property get get process get
No,
member. Yeah.
don't do
So
get
now
hyphen member now. Get hyphen
yeah.
member is
Yeah. We
typically
have
used
already
to
got a
look.
name on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Now
So
use where hyphen object.
yeah. Where if an object name. Yeah. Name we have got. And double colon and it is we don't know the this thing we know it is notepad, right?
Mm-hmm. So I
So
would
it is a
typically
string
place it
value,
as
right? Yeah.
star notepad and then star.
Yeah, so I'll just double tab and then star note pad and yeah, star, hit enter.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
done.
no,
See the red?
see the red. So okay, it is something here now, name is notepad. Okay,
Operator is
so
required to compare two specific
yeah,
values.
so it is
Include,
equal to,
include
I
a
think.
value dot,
Yeah,
not the equal to. First off,
so
you want to do whatever filter you're doing, you use curly braces. That is of utmost important. After, as soon as you do verify an object, whatever comes, after that, it will be present on squiggly brackets. Yeah,
okay,
those things.
so yeah.
No, no. The name should also be inside the squiggly brackets
Okay. So whenever you're using a where hyphen
as an
object,
object.
so all the proceeding things should be in
Yep.
this one, right?
Basically, the filter should be within that squiggly brackets. Yeah.
Yeah.
So name, and then you want to use a comparison operator.
Yeah. Comparison operator it should be like, right? Yeah.
Hmm. And then if you're going to invoke a comparison operator, you want to give it hyphen, like hyphen
Okay.
equal to hyphen, things like that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, hyphen, like, am I right?
Hmm. Yep. Now hit
And
enter.
enter.
Yep.
Yeah. Enter. Oh,
No problem.
yeah. So
Hit Control
just,
C and up.
yeah.
Where, okay.
So
You see this name, you can't directly give it as name. You want to use the PS
okay.
object, the dollar
Yeah. Okay.
underscore
Yeah.
dot.
Yeah. Yeah. So this will be this, right?
And then a
Dollar.
dot.
Yeah,
You're
dot, and
invoking the
that will
property.
become
Okay.
yeah, yeah, got you now. Yeah. So like this is nothing but like the dollar hyphen will have all the get
Yeah,
properties.
process all the
Yeah,
or every other
yeah,
all the properties will come in. You're specifically looking up the property named name, and you're looking
yes,
for a keyword match on the property itself. Okay.
yeah,
Now wait,
yeah,
enter.
yeah. So name property. Hit enter right here.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
perfect.
You
Got it.
basically have two notepad tabs open. Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
I would
I
also
have
just save it, whatever if is
now.
necessary, just save
Yeah.
it and close it. If not, we are
Mm,
going to kill it. Remember.
yeah, yeah, we'll go and kill it. Yeah. So we'll just say that, okay. So now where object we have got that property now. So
Mm-hmm.
two objects. So we'll take as property name, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah. So how do we kill that now? Sorry, Chris.
No,
Bit.
no problem at all.
Yeah.
To kill that, I would look at the get hyphen member. I would look at the methods. Methods are basically what you can do with that command line.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
so
hit up
notepad.
arrow twice, thrice actually. Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Hit up arrow
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Member
instead of
type.
properties, do methods.
Yeah. Methods. Okay. Got you. ODS methods.
Uh,
Mm,
Remove the R. Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Method. Enter, right?
Hit enter. Yep.
So kill is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kill is there.
Okay. So again, I'll go back to here. Go back here. Am I right? No.
One sec.
Get member method. So kill is there here now. So now we'll get prop. Then we'll select that object now. In this case,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So first I want you to select the name and then the status of the process itself.
Yeah. So instead of where, I'll put select now here.
Mm-hmm.
Select the object. Yeah. Uh, you need. I need hand here now.
One sec, one sec.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay.
So select object is.
One sec. Where's your okay. Okay, you are on notepad. Okay. After this, what you will do is go to the end and towards the end. Uh, uh, yeah, and
Yeah.
then pipe again.
Okay. So again, pipe. Yeah.
Pipe.
And
Select
then we select
name or process
select
name,
yeah,
name and
name.
status.
Yeah. Okay. status status and hit enter, right? Or
Hit
what?
enter. Yeah. Yeah, hit
Yeah.
enter.
Sorry.
Okay. Go up again. So we know there's two processes. Okay, select. Okay, do select star instead of name and then status.
So
Okay,
all
instead of yeah, yeah, there is an issue you did there. The command line is right. Hit up arrow once. Once,
Performance. Yeah.
okay. Now instead of select an object after get
Sorry.
process, no.
Yeah.
Use your mouse to select that and then type whatever you want. Yeah. Instead of select not there, it's before that. Uh,
Okay. This one, right?
yep. Instead of select an object, it should be where object.
Okay. Yeah. And hit enter right here now.
Yep.
How do I come? Do we have a shortcut command to come on the end or
Yeah.
end?
Select
Okay. Yeah.
end. End.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just end.
Yeah. Okay.
You want to
Notepad.
go to the
So
start,
yeah.
and status is actually not a property. We can look at the property, but we know that we can straight away kill it. So what I
Yeah.
want to do is instead of select name status, do
Yeah.
this
So
command, like stop hyphen process.
so stop hyphen.
Process. Remove everything. Now if you do
Then
that, exactly all the notepad that is present there will go off. Just hit enter and see everything vanish.
yeah.
Yep.
It has gone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
Got you
we do
now.
it.
Yeah. So this is my very first PowerShell command. So I was struggling hard, but I'll just practice this.
No problem. It's
Yeah.
it's everything is practice. Even if you want to
Yeah.
learn
I
any
have.
niche skill
Yeah.
sets, it's going to take time.
I'm just telling you. I'll just show you my notes, like what I was just preparing myself, right, on this.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
like this is my PowerShell. I, I just keep on putting
Adding
this is my
commandlets.
fire, yeah, commandlets, and so my problem was like if suppose
Hmm.
like here, let me pull this thing here so we don't have here now. Okay, so now I got all the get event logs list I did, and then
Hmm.
newest I did 10, right? And
Okay.
then I got stuck with this newest 50, and
Hmm.
so I was not able to locate with this thing. So now you have told me first one will be the where object, then followed by the
Hmm.
select object.
Yep.
Yeah. So I just did my this thing, but for some reason I'll just practice more, and then yeah,
No problem. When we are covering event viewer and event logs, we'll also get here. So I would
yeah,
not stress right away to do things like that. It's it's
yeah,
it's very simple if you go from the start, from the scratch. If you keep doing simple things,
yeah,
difficult things come then. If
yeah,
you
yeah,
straight away just try to do things, it can be difficult for you. It is
yeah,
actually progress that you made is really good, really great. That's how you should do. But when we are going this like giving this systemic approach, go towards
yeah.
that, and then later we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Chris. So you only like my thing is nothing but my basics are not there. So much things are
Mhm.
there pushed and all, and then you'll feel like, oh, why I'm not getting.
Yeah,
Once you
you'll.
are hitting this thing, and then once you
Mhm.
see that red lines of command and all, then you are completely lost. How to troubleshoot that? So, but
Yeah.
I did. Yeah, I'll just follow the procedures what you have told me right now. Yeah, I'll just take a screenshot of this thing and
Absolutely, the errors are mostly will be overwhelming. Like if it's
yeah,
just a single commandlet, it's not an issue. But as you write scripts, the red things can make you go nuts. But
yeah,
basically, I'll teach you how to handle them. But
yeah,
basically, patience is the key. You'll have
yeah.
to go one
No,
at a
no, no.
time. But
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll spend much time whenever I'm doing it, Chris.
Okay, okay, Praveen. So then I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah,
That will be our second basic sessions, and then on the third session and the fourth session, we'll try to cover the event viewer and the networking commandlets. And then on the fifth session, we can either go advanced scripting, or we can also do any specific things that you want to look on. We can do that. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Praveen. Is there anything else you want?
No, it's okay, Chris. Now we can stop it right now here,
Okay,
and then
yep.
I'll also just try to practice more, and then we'll see how we'll
Where it
go and
goes.
we'll plan it out.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, Praveen. See you
yeah.
then. Have a great day. Bye.
See you then. Have a great day. You too. Take care then. Bye. Good night.
Take care. Bye. Bye. Good night.
Will I get this video later, Chris?
Yeah, you will. Everything will be uploaded on the WhatsApp group. I'll send you the
Yeah.
link. Sure.
No, no problem.
Oh,
Not rush. I'm just asking you. Okay, that's it.
okay,
Yeah,
no problem. See
yeah,
you. Bye.
yeah. Thanks a lot, Chris. Now take it easy now. Bye.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.